All right, welcome everybody. Welcome. Today we are going to be pondering and hopefully finding the answer to the age-old question, does pencil size matter? And I've actually just remembered that I have this big pencil. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Awesome. We're not actually going to be using this pencil because, in my opinion, it's not that usable. I don't think this lead goes all the way down it. I think it's just like a little piece of lead right here, and if I ever wanted to sharpen it, I would have to use like a what's those called? Like a sanding belt sort of thing. It would just be a whole thing. But so it's mostly just a prop, but it would be cool to have a functional pencil this big. We are going to look at a pretty funky functional pencil today, though. It's around here somewhere. I found it. As you can see, it comes well packaged, kind of like when people transport organs. Pull this out of here. You might have seen a case like this before. This case pretty much just means it's serious business. What you're going to want to do is pop these clips open, right? This field preparedness sketching case is designed for people who either find themselves in the wild and wanting to draw, or maybe in the middle of a zombie apocalypse and still wanting to draw. And I think you'll be pleased to find in this small inner case a nice, big, hefty, heavy, solid pencil known as the Kaweco SketchUp 5.6, made in Germany. Yeah, that's a big pencil, and it feels good in my hand. Of course, I haven't used this yet, but I like how it looks. I think it's mostly brass, some other kind of metal here. As you can see here, it's only about as long as my index finger, but it's also heavier than my index finger, and if you press on this button, I think this comes out like an alien grabber claw. And if you turn it over like this, so facing down, big old piece of lead comes out. Now, I have reviewed a lead holder before, but it was like a 2mm lead holder. And I think the 5.6 on this means it's a 5.6mm lead holder. So we're going to get into this, into the innards, the guts. We're going to see what makes this thing tick, what makes it happy, what makes it sad. But if I know you, all of you, and I think I'm starting to, a lot of you probably have a question, which is something about, Peter, what if I get hungry when I'm out in the field or during the zombie apocalypse when I'm drawing and sketching? And I think you'll be happy to find out that in this secondary case inside the field preparedness kit is what we call an easy eat field frank. All right, and it is delicious. I can assure you I've had a lot of good experience with these easy eat field franks. I know this is a pen, this is an art channel, this is a pen review channel. This is all sorts of channels, not necessarily a food or cooking channel, but I do want to take a second to quickly just show you how to prepare one of these if you find yourself in this situation. Take something sharp. I'm using a fork in this case, which I always have with me. Back pocket. Pull it out of there. Okay. And then a lot of times you might have a campfire, you might not. I carry a little campfire around with me all the time, so I'm always ready. Cook it up a little bit. Those colors are good. All right, and then once you think you've got it right about where you want it, it's going to start dripping, because that's what good hot dogs do. So get your field plate, get your field bun, crack that sucker open, make sure it's ready. A nice solid layer of mayo. Insert the frank. Some ketchup. And a little bit of the yellow stuff. Zigzag it. Weeble wobble it. Get some hairpin turns in there. Right? This is what you want from a field frank. And this, I'm holding right here in my hands, this is 3 bites. The first bite should look something like this. Second bite. And then for the third bite, you'll find you usually have your pinky out at this point. It's just kind of a subconscious thing. Just pop the rest of it in there. Oh wow. I don't know if I don't know if I've ever felt this ready to draw. All right, so here's the Kaweco SketchUp. Back to the matter at hand, which to me seems like both a big and little pencil at the same time. It's wider, thicker than some pencils, and shorter than other pencils. But at the same time, the lead inside of it, which can come all the way out, is almost the same size as some other pencils I have. And yeah, it does seem like it comes apart some. Yes, the back of it here, if you unscrew it, I think in there you can see there's some blades, and that is a sharpener. The front also seems to unscrew, maybe just for maintenance purposes. Oh, there's a whole nice metal assembly in here. This thing is fully metal. I like that. Now that I've taken it all apart, this brass piece, which I think it is, seems to be almost symmetrical front and back. I think I can get it back together though. Years and years of... Well, it's not... Maybe it's this way. I was doing it wrong. I was about to say years and years of playing with pens during school have trained me. So what I want to do is... Oh, this already drew on there. Oh, I can't put this in here. I can't put this in here without putting the cap back on first, because I wanted to sharpen it. So I'll put this on here. I'll press it, pop it in there. Then I'll take this back off. My hands are getting dirty, but I'll take it back off and sharpen it some, which you should probably do over a trash can. I'm now seeing. Wow. Well, that's a cool way to make your own graphite powder, at least. Also, this seems to be about the sharpest it can get, but it could get a lot duller or more dull. Now this stuff right here, graphite powder, is maybe the messiest thing ever. It gets everywhere. It moves at just the slightest hint of a breeze. Just me talking, the wind from my hot doggy breath is probably moving it a little bit right now, but as you can see, you can use it for like shading and stuff if you want. It's pretty satisfying if you're willing to get your fingers dirty. I think you can buy little jars and containers of this from places. It does make a very nice, satisfying tone in the background there. I'm probably not playing with it well. Actually, I mean, can you play with things poorly? It's just playing. Kaweco, my Americanized way of saying Kaweco SketchUp 5.6. Germany. Now, I don't know what kind of lead is in here. I did buy some more lead of my own. You can see you can buy leads. Graphite leads, gradation 4B. So I might pop one of these in here just so I know for sure what hardness it is, because I don't know what it's shipped with, right? It's good to just to know. This is Koh-i-Noor lead. Now, at one point, I do want to apologize. In some video in the past, I was talking about my Koh-i-Noor lead holder, right? This thing, Koh-i-Noor. And I mentioned that it was from Italy, and then a bunch of very cool Koh-i-Noor fan people were like, actually, it's from Czech Republic. Hey, fair enough. I like being corrected on that sort of thing. Thank you. But in my defense, it does say Italy right here in very faded letters. Okay, so that's why I said that, just so you know. But no, but thank you for correcting me. I don't know why it says Italy. Maybe it's just, it seems like a lot of fountain pens, stuff like that these days originate from one place but are now made in another. This is, look at the comparison. This new one I got is, I feel like this might be a problem. The lead is longer than the pencil. Am I going to have to do something I don't want to do here? Wait a second. This one feels like it kind of doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Is it bigger? This other one here does look like it has a slightly larger diameter, but I can't tell if it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. It says 6, but down here it does say it has a diameter of 5.6 millimeters. Maybe I didn't read the details right. I do like the texture of this pencil. I guess I'll just stick with this for now, because look, this one slides in there perfectly. It's a cool little grabby action. And then if I take it out, this other one doesn't really go in there at all, unless I just let it grab the end of it. And then I do have a kind of funky looking pencil. I don't know what I did wrong. I'll look into it. Oh, also, I forgot to say that Jet Pens sent me this. Thank you, Jet Pens. It's very cool. But you might notice there is no eraser on the end of this. What if you make a mistake? One option is to never make a mistake. That's the philosophy I personally adhere to. But Jet Pens has thought of everything, and they also sent me these erasers. Very cute little, what is this called? Like a bento box or something? Or is that something different? Oh, they're adorable. It's like a little soup dish. It's like a little shrimp thing here. Oh, soup and sandwich. There's a sandwich. And looks like maybe, this looks like cottage cheese and potato broth or something. And we have here an apple for the teacher. And these are all erasers. More or less. Oh, the cottage cheese comes out. That's good. It's adorable. My favorite is definitely the tiny eraser sandwich. Isn't that cute? Now the question is, before we get started with the drawing with this pencil, have you heard of a little place called Squarespace? It's what I use to host my personal website, and can easily create a website and put all your art in it and create a very professional looking portfolio, whether you're just trying to show your art to a specific company, like you're trying to get a job, or you just want to put it out there for the world and give a slightly more professional looking place to put it all, like instead of just Tumblr or Instagram, right? Or it can do both things, like maybe if you post it on your Squarespace website, it can automatically post your content out to places like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, all these other places where it will authenticate and it will get all the info and image descriptions and everything completely right to do all of these at the same time automatically. Save hours of your life. It's the way of the future. So go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/PeterDraws for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. It'll be cool. All right, let's go draw. All right, so first, right off the bat, I just want to say that there have been a couple people in my class here at school who have mentioned to me that I sound different in my videos than I do in real life, whatever that means. And now that they mention it, at first I thought, hey, it just sounds different because my voice is coming out of your phone instead of, my body. But the more that I thought about it, I think it is true. I do try to sound a little bit more calm and soothing. My voice probably does go down a little bit of a register, a little deeper. But is that so bad? I don't think I don't become a totally different person or anything. And I'm not faking my voice or anything. I can talk like this in real life. And it's different when I'm sitting here talking to a microphone. I don't know. It's weird. I don't have a good explanation except that there are times in my life when I feel like I talk to someone, I have an interaction, and then I'm like, wow, my voice sounded weird. And here I have the presence of mind and I can think about it a little more. I don't feel the pressure of a person-on-person interaction, right? I can choose. There's not as much pressure. Anyways, it's fine. About the pen, I want to say it worked great for this drawing. I used an 18 by 24 inch piece of regular drawing paper, whatever you want to call that. And the downside of this pen definitely is it's a pencil, first of all, how short it is, right? It made me think of how annoying it can be to draw with a crayon. And the downside of a crayon really is how short it is. Your hand starts to cramp up, and anyone who has used a pen or anything in the past and who has ever tried to adjust your, what's it called, like a grip style, right? Like we all have a comfortable way to hold a pen or pencil, how we hold it and how we draw or write, right? And if you even adjust something even slightly about that, move one finger a little bit, move another finger a little bit, your hand will start getting tired really fast because we've spent so many years, hours and hours, thousands of hours holding the pencil or the pen just one certain way. And now, like in this situation, when the pencil is so short, we're using extra muscles we don't usually use, and those muscles get tired quickly. And yeah, this Kaweco Sport or whatever it is it's too short. Right? It's too short. Also, because it's too short, when I put it in my pocket, it has the tendency to go horizontal. And that's no fun. All the other pens I put in my pocket stay vertical. This one can go horizontal, which makes me think sometimes it's not even in my pocket until I keep digging deeper and deeper. And eventually it is in there sometimes. And I don't want to lose this pen because it's like, how much is this? Just a second. This is a $33 lead holder. Okay, so you don't want to lose it, and so there are momentary, moments of panic where I think it's gone forever, but no, it's just lying down there sideways in the bottom of my pocket. The good thing about this that I appreciated is that it is very heavy. It's thick and strong, and the lead in it is also thick and strong. So I felt very comfortable in putting a lot of weight. Sometimes I was standing up at my desk drawing with this thing, putting almost what felt like my whole body weight onto this pencil, just sketching away, digging, grinding with the ink and the lead, right? Just sketching away, scribbling, scraping, digging into the paper to make the lead darker. I'm not sure what. Wow, the description here says that it comes with 5B graphite lead, but it didn't really seem that dark, but it could be true, I suppose. So I guess if I had used the graphite lead that I bought, it would have been even lighter, which seems incredible. It worked well. and I liked how heavy it was, it didn't feel like it was going to break or snap. I was rough with it. This is a very sketchy and fast drawing, as you might see here. You might also notice that it looks kind of like a building, and I say kind of because it is really only kind of like a building. It's really like maybe several buildings that collided, some weird non-Euclidean haystack of a building. We haven't really learned about buildings in this interior architecture program yet. Really, it's just about more kind of vague and abstract notions of design, because we're still in the first year, second semester of the first year. Maybe starting to touch on some aspects of buildings, like the history of buildings and maybe how, floor plans work or something, depending on the class. But I have been reading some books like about history of architecture. And so I've been looking at lots of pictures, which probably influenced and inspired me in this drawing. I do like domes. I think there are some domes and things like Byzantine architecture. Did I just say architecture? So that's probably where those domes came from. And then when I sharpened the pencil onto the paper and added some of the shading with the graphite powder, and it suddenly looked very dramatic and smoky, like the whole building was on fire, which was very entertaining to me. Here at the end of the drawing, you'll see we have the we'll call it the repose action cam, the 20-second recap. Very exciting. This drawing felt like it took much longer than it did because I started it in the morning and then finished it at night, but really it only took maybe an hour or two. It's fun. It's very loose and scribbly, and even though it's not a masterpiece, it was enjoyable and I had a good time doing it, and that's important. Okay, if you're only going for masterpieces and you're miserable going for those, then maybe change your goals a little bit. Okay, all right, thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you, JetPens, for sending this pen to me, even though it's not a pencil. Maybe you could make like a little side website called Jet Pencils. And all right, see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Yeah, shout out to all my classmates who watch. I know there are a couple of you at least. All right, bye. All right, goodbye. I know there are a couple professors too. All right, bye.